Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, courtesy to Ryan, I have some rank 4 6-star Odin gameplay to share with you guys, which I'm super excited about. So here we are. Right, before we get to it, however, definitely have to shout out Evizone, that is secure and safe messaging service that I absolutely love to use. That is pretty much the best way to get in touch with me. Just tap on the link in the video description, try it out for free. Open your account and you will be put in touch with me. On top of that, we are currently doing a $1,500 community contest. Out of this, we already have paid out $300 to the winners of week 1 and week 2. Well, you still have time for week 2 contest because the new one starts on Wednesday, and this is going to be going on for another 3 weeks or so. So definitely get in on the action. All the information that you need to know about the community contest is in the video description. Check all of that out, but let's get to the gameplay. So we have a rank 4 6-star Odin. This is the first one I have ever seen, so I'm super excited. I have yet to see all the gameplay here. I do, however, know a couple of fights that we are going to see, which is going to be a Labyrinth of Legends Starlord solo, which I definitely look forward to, and also final Act 7 Kang boss. That's going to be quite interesting. So one of the kind of slightly more troublesome things with Odin often is that you do quite frequently want to start out your fights with dropping several heavy attacks just to get all of those energized buffs working, but as soon as you do it pretty much the first time, the rest of the fight is pretty much cake. You don't need stress about much there. So you do get your second Odin Force charge right there, and is he gonna go for level 3 there? Looks like he's going for level 3 to get another Odin Force charge, and I want to see how bad of a damage that level 3 is going to do. How much of a damage he can get in with that level 3. So this one did hurt in a block a bit due to that armor break, and there's several prowesses there. However, let's just check out. So we have a sweet level 3 that reactivates all sorts of buffs, doubles up that fury as well, and at this point we can see that he easily crits 20+k heavy attacks there. But that's obviously not the main point. The main point is to get to that level 2 at this point with the 2 Furies active. And that did 45k energy damage, I think. And keep in mind that if opponents have larger health pools, then it also does more damage. So that 45k is going to turn into something significantly more potent in Labyrinth of Legends as well. But those special attacks themselves can hit extremely hard. The thing that I do like a lot about Odin is that he's fairly straightforward of a champion. You have True Strike, you have a ton of buffs, and you have a ton of damage. The best thing about Odin is he's insanely tanky. That armor rating and that fury is very, very potent. And if he's rested, then as soon as he enters the fight, the man's just a tank. He can take hits on block all day long, which obviously absolutely does help him to stay close to the opponents and keep on, as many buffs for as long as possible. So here he does need to bait out that special attack, which is fine. He's going to take it in block in order to maintain his, what is that mechanic called? Paradox charges. Just eat that one in the face, not a big deal. You probably ideally didn't want Havoc to throw that level 1. One of the best things about fighting Havocs is typically trying to prevent them from throwing those level 1s. And now here he goes, already 58k energy damage. Even if the main attack from the special attack doesn't deal that much damage, getting that bonus damage based on opponent's health, obviously, is tremendously helpful. He gets in the blocks, sweet. Is he gonna go for level 3 there, or is he just gonna go for level 2? No, he just goes for level 2 and another 58k without any problems. So he does this special one without trying to dex it on purpose in order to maintain his paradox charges. And another level 2, 58k. That's a fairly kind of stable amount of damage there, without a doubt. But obviously where Odin truly shines is these larger health pool chaps that he has to go up against. That being said, I do think he's extremely underrated in kind of like shorter amount of fights as well, because his base amount of attack and damage is definitely nothing to overlook either. And that is all she wrote in this fight. Right, so let's take a look at this one then first. And this one is going to be, I believe, Star-Lord. Yes, so we have Labyrinth of Legends, obviously. 3.3 million health pool. And now we're going to see who is the big daddy, Allfather. And here again, obviously the start is fairly straightforward. You just want to have your energizes to go on. So when you drop your first heavy attack, you get one more potent energize buff. And then if you had your Odin Force fully charged, you drop opponent again, then you gain even more energize buffs active there. And once you have all of that stuff, you probably, in a longer fight, want to build up to level 3 in order to double up on your aptitudes and on your furies. And with that, you're kind of set to go. Ideally, in Labyrinth, drop a level 1 as well, just to get the true strike active. That unfortunately Star-Lord didn't seem to quite be willing to throw his special attack for a moment, but that's quite a-okay. So he activates Heimdall pre-fights, which also obviously go very well with Odin, because Heimdall is part of the Asgardian team. And here at this point, he was dealing 50k 50k hit there at the damage cap and 200k damage extra. So there was easy 250k in that one level 2. And at this point, oh, this is why I said he should throw a level 1. With true strike opponents in Labyrinth cannot evade. And again, at this point he had 50k and 176k, because I do believe he did lose a buff perhaps. But again, if he does drop the level 1, he has a potential to further increase his damage output, which is something I definitely do hope to see throughout this fight. But we can see that Star-Lord is definitely going down quite quickly there. Again, the key thing is that Star-Lord just cooperates, throws his special attacks, so Odin can kind of stay close to it, because that pauses. So at this point, 147k extra damage there. Right, will he go for level 1? I want to see that level 1, man. Show us the level 1. Show us the level 1. No, he still goes for level 2 again. 23k, 18k, 147k. That's still about 200k damage there, even though he doesn't have as many buffs active anymore. But I do think the best strategy would have been to activate that level 1 as well. But still, who am I to know? I don't even have my Odin rank up yet. I do plan on ranking him up. It's just that all the Battlegrounds different metas has kind of prevented me from doing that, because I'm kind of broke on Catalyst at the moment. I can rank up maybe like 1 champion. So I kind of want to save that up a bit. That is fine. He needs to try and get in his heavies here. He manages to do that, gets his energizers back. Does not connect this one, which is again not the biggest deal. Goes for a level 2, another 147k. Come on, lad. Star-Lord at this point is already at 53%, and obviously I think he did lose a combo at some point earlier on, but I still think he should be like under 100 hits, or at around 100 hits. And now he finally does have the physical resistance, the true strike, and let's see how much damage he's gonna go for now. We finally did get that level 1 in, and that obviously is going to significantly improve the level 2 damage as well, because that offers you 2 new buffs. But he wants to build up to the level 3 so he can reactivate the buffs that he previously had, which is perfectly fine and sweet. Now he has plenty of furies, plenty of energize. He just needs that bloody Star-Lord to do his part. He gets the rest of the energizes back, and here we go. Now this is pretty much a perfect setup to be had for Odin at this point. And let's see what is going to be that special attack damage. 25k, 27k, and 225 or 250. So that definitely was 280, 300k special to easy. Unassuming 250, 300k there. No liquid courage, no double edge active, obviously. I don't think actually that would affect that. But still. Let's go again. Another 235k is the energy damage he's dishing out right now. If you check the buffs, then we have like 2 aptitudes, 4 furies, 2 armor ups. I don't even know what that blue one is. 6 energizes, true strike, the block proficiency increase, and the precision. Ooh, another 300k special attack, no problem. Also, the basic hits are obviously dealing plenty as well now. Easy like 8k light crits, 13, 14k medium crits. Or that light crits are nearly 9k. 25k, and that's it. And that entire thing was 206 hits. 206 hits, 5 minutes. Not bad at all. And now we have the longest clip. Now we have the biggest clip of them all, which is also in great quality, thankfully, which is Mr. Odin himself, the daddy, the bearded daddy, against the final Kang boss. So I have not actually seen a solo with Odin, so it's definitely going to be very fascinating to watch how well he does. It should probably work out quite well. So he's at 8 charges here. The problem, 9 charges. Can't stun. If he punishes, there we go, 10 charges. He just goes in for a heavy, sweet, gets his heavies. And yep, he's gonna go spamming the heavies to get his furies active. Furies and aptitudes. And at this point, he's just gonna be spamming them heavies till he gets to level 2, I believe. Then he's gonna be going for level 2. Yes, no? No, he goes for level 3. Interesting. He drops in the level 3, and that already didn't finish up properly. So now he needs to get another set of charges. So he got about over half of Kang's health down with the first go. Luckily, if you know what you're doing against Kang, you can kind of build up those charges very quickly. Like at this point, he's already at 4. Fair enough. That's 5. And whilst you only have to keep in mind one of the things that you cannot do, very easy if you are, accustomed to doing this fight. Initially, it was kind of a bit trippy to work it out and figure it out. But once you get used to this fight, I think it is one of the easier ones to do in Act 7, like, from the big bosses. I do think 7.3 Kang was still easier, though. I do think Grandmaster was harder one. And obviously the hardest one is Grandmaster. So here we go. Again, he goes in for his 19k heavies. Not too bad. Obviously the next phase, Odin should be doing even better, because that will give him extra damage based on the amount of buffs he has, I believe. And that should be giving him quite a lot of extra damage, because as we know, Odin does have quite a lot of them buffs. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward at a bit of phase whilst he builds up. I want to see the damage. That's what we're here for, really. Okay, so he's at 8 charges, 9. Sweet, he gets his 10th in. He just needs to land a hit on the lad, activate his level 3 to reactivate his whatever buffs he had throughout the fight. Still only 19k is there. Going for level 3 again. Why the second level 3 though? Wouldn't level 2 be? I don't know. Just keep on spamming, boy. Keep on spamming. 15k non-crits as well. Odin doesn't have too much crit damage, I think. He does get a ton of attack, but his crit damage naturally isn't the highest, I think. Because there isn't that big of a difference in between how much damage he deals when he crits and when he doesn't. So he takes that level 2 in block. Easy, no problem. Okay, let's focus on the next one. Okay, so he's at 9 charges here. And now he just needs to get that in. Sweet. He's going to be building up to level 3 again. Yeah, and obviously that is going to be enough to finish off this phase. But Odin is an absolute tank. Even like rank 1, rank 2 Odin feels tanky. I can only imagine how big, how tanky you feel when your Odin's at rank 4. Here we go, 1% left, and the last phase. Let's get to it. 7. Playing very skillfully, haven't lost too much health at all. 57% already, and this fight has been lasting for quite a while. So he goes for level 2 here. Not a bad amount of damage, and just spams his heavy attacks. So Odin takes about 2 cycles basically to finish up every position, so to say, every phase. He nearly had this one in though. Well, not nearly, but it wasn't that far off. Only 35%. Only 35%. So now he needs to finish this. Perfect. And somehow the video cuts out here, so that's not even the very finish. Probably the time limit he had on 10 minutes. We're just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I believe he did solo. He was on a good pace. He was at 42%, 3 phases in. He only had 1 phase left. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the good buttons. Do not forget to check out the video description for all the community shenanigans, giveaways, and rest of the cool stuff that's happening. And I shall see you guys later. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the